Yo. Good evening, people. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. It's been a quiet day in the world of Arsenal. We've had Arteta talking a couple of bits, talking about he hopes that that Daniel Ek bid has gone away, etc. We've heard him say, Mr. Arteta himself today, that Willock will be coming back to Arsenal in the summer. But more importantly, today I'll start again. Pray for Palestine. Shouts out to Easy, to Hazard, people that really appreciate this movement and have been, and probably, well, in all honesty, been deeply affected by things going on around the world at the time. But shouts out to all the man them. Shouts out to Mo on that as well. I'm not going to go into it too much today, but we do know what happened to Mo at AFTV. Kind of the same kind of way Mohamed Elneny kind of got hooked down for speaking up about Palestine. And I'm equally disgusted the way Arsenal treated him. I wouldn't be surprised if Elneny does get sold in the summer, or a couple of weeks' wages, fined, etc. But guys, yes, believe it or not, I can see something like that happening to Mohamed Elneny. And yeah, but shouts out to Easy, Hanyumi, Tiger King Prawn, Hazard Khan, and is it Papito? As one of my newest followers on Twitter. But guys, what's going on this evening? Who's with me? Is it going to be a dirty, quiet evening? Very one of them quiet Friday night shows. I'm going to give it a few minutes. I want to go into a couple of things. Shouts out to Easy though, Hazard, WB, Hanyumi, Kamala, the usual group, Lee Akers, of course. Guys, how am I looking? I looked a little bit wavy. I'm going to have to give myself a spot check. Boom. Linda was on to it the other day that, yeah, it was like I was in fucking slow motion or something. Let me give myself a check. Oh, look beautiful. Oh yeah, look lovely. There you go. But anyway, guys, shouts out to all the real ones. Can you hear me? I was just giving myself a spot check. I thought something was going wrong. How are you, brother? Shouts out to yourself. Did you hear what Arteta was saying? Yes, basically, we all know, yep, his job is fine. He doesn't encourage another bid from Daniel Ek, and he hopes we can all put it behind us. And I think, basically, just, yeah, Willock is coming back in the summer. Have you got anything to add to that, can't you, me? And we've got two of the Americans on today. Aaron as well, another real one. Aaron Plusnet, what's going on, my G? Have you heard, obviously, the Arsenal bits today? There is proper conflicting rumours. Guys, we're going to accept 30 million for Willock because we want to buy Odegaard with this money. But then there is Willock's coming home back to Arsenal. No, recently. No, how recent? We know Nuno Espirito Santos has gone from Wolves. Go on, fill me in, hand me. What do you know, bros? What have I missed? What have I missed? This is what I love. Yo, bro, top bin specialist. How's it going? I'll DM you it on Twitter. No problem, bros. Do that. Anything you want to share with us on the stream, or should I go jump straight onto Twitter? Top bin specialist. Haha. Back that sounds like primary school. Right, the top bin, son. What's going on, brother? Linda, good evening, guys. Seriously, once again, you know it's a real one. I'm going to put it up once more because every time I flag someone's name, it comes down. Seriously, guys, don't be surprised. I've never had a donation page or a donation channel in all of my days, but don't be surprised in the next couple of days if I do put something up attached to Palestine. If I can do anything in it, like if I can do anything that can help, believe me, no one's trying to. I don't want to buy an Arsenal shirt. I don't want to get an Arsenal shirt printed in the money. I'm not these other networks out here. Or if I can kind of attach my name where something's put directly, whether it's a Mo account, people trust Mo, don't they? If I can put it directly to Mo, if people want to do a little sponsor thing on here, pray for Palestine, etc. Basically, free Palestine, hashtag. I want to get the t-shirt as well. I think Hazard sent off for the t-shirt for me. I'm going to see Easy, I think tonight. I just come off the phone with him. Shouts out to you, Easy. And now I'll get back into the comments. Carlo, what's your name on Twitter? Man, Dan _ AFC TV. One of the real ones. Please send Carlo the link. And Carlo, I will talk to you straight after this. Check your Twitter, bro. Check my Twitter. Yo, spot on always in your hands. I said earlier, but from the season, in these circumstances, you're not winning. And there's so many people from inside and outside, they keep trying to hurt. Interesting. Guys, yeah. Arteta, earlier, bad from the season. In these circumstances, when you're not winning, and when there are so many people, some inside and from outside, that are trying to hurt you, and to keep them together, and to block that end to be strong. I think is some achievement. I have seen something on this. Huh. Right, I'm going to have to get straight back into that. Respect for that, Hank Yumi. Real one as always. Let me ignore everything else on Twitter for a minute. It's done. Yeah, someone send that for Hank Yumi. Send that for Carlo. Bro, do you play football? Me and my bro Mike Oxmore's got a team called One. Always, bro. Even with the dodgy names, fuck it. Why not? I'm always up. I'm a fat motherfucker, but I can play ball, you know, bro. I play ball, you know. What's been happening? Not much. I'll tell. I asked some inside still at the club. No. Yeah, would that be the Guendouzi, the Socrates, the Ozil, the Mustafi? Would that be that kind of German with a little bit of French clique? Would it be the clique that he got rid of? That's interesting, Hank Yumi. Man, comment of the day already. But so basically, yeah, we've got right, just to keep you up to speed with this, basically, Arteta's basically said he had problems. I can't remember the months he mentioned, but he said between this month and this month, we had this problems inside and outside of the club. Could that have been Ozil, Socrates, etc.? We had all kinds of this and that going on. And basically, he was asked at the end of the interview, is all this gone for next season? Now, I didn't really see him put a conclusive yes, everything's fine for next season. It seemed to be... I see. What did Winford just say? Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, I know. Ooh, naughty. Arteta convincing, let me read that, is convincing players to join. I think just looking at the badge, the history, who we are, should be enough. If they need something else, why are we prepared to do that? Mate, very interesting. Again, then there's a certain level of football you go for, mate. Like I did say to someone bitched at me on Twitter yesterday. I said, mate, I mean, if you want to shop at Primark, you go here and you go, someone was bitching at me about Buendia. I was like, mate, he wasn't good enough in the Premier League, etc. Like, fuck yourself, la la la. And then he started throwing, a lot of these superhero stats. Most tackles won, most runs off the ball. All right, it was still one goal he got in the Premier League. And what was it? 5-6 assists. We'll give that motherfucker from Argentina a round of applause, isn't it? Because you know what? Thomas Pukki done bits. Godfrey earned a move to fucking Everton. Jamal Johnson, what is his name? The fucking left back Newcastle. He got a £15 million move to Newcastle. Everyone was interested in Max Aarons, but couldn't quite get it over the line. So listen, again, Buendia wasn't the guy I noticed when Norwich was in the Premier League. So people don't want to bite at me about that. Seriously, you know what you can do with it. You know what time of day it is, because again, when it comes down to opinions, we know Thomas Pukki probably done bits, Godfrey done bits, Jamal, whatever the fuck his name is, left back done bits, Max Aarons done bits. Do you know what I mean? What's their Dutch keeper called? Tim Krul, a better fucking season than Buendia. Do you know what I mean? But guys, while we're talking about Buendia, how many people are on this Buendia? Like, we've got Willock on loan at Newcastle, 6 in 6. I've never been Willock's most massive fan, but anyone from the youth academy, obviously I'm down with. But really, guys, 40 million for Buendia? Are you kidding me? Like, would you sell Willock for 30 million to go and get Buendia, for example? Or an Erdegaard from Real Madrid for 40, 45 mil? Like, nah, bro. Like, allow me. At least you can say Willock's had fucking... Well, he scored 6 goals in the Premier League in 6 fucking games. Can Buendia say this? I'd rather Willock and Smith Rowe shout for that number 10 next season, the number 10 shirt. Do you know what I mean? Danny, if a bid come in for Uber for 38 million, would you take it? Right, I penned something actually yesterday, mate. Apart from my terrible handwriting. It wasn't that one. I was writing a couple of ways. I put my team. Basically, I put Uber down for 40 million, mate. I sold him for 40, just to show you how real I am. I sold him for 40 million. It was Bellerin for 20. I sold Xhaka for 20. Nathan Miles 15. Willock 25. I put Nketiah 20. Torreira 5 million. Guendouzi, I've put a swap with Kameninga and us giving them 10 mil. Again, wishful thinking. But, mate, I'd rather get rid of Lacazette if we could get money for Lacazette. But I'm hearing a 1-year rolling deal is going to go for Lacazette. I wouldn't pay for an Irish player. Exactly, mate. I would take Max Aarons, though. But I wouldn't be taking this Buendia, not for 45 quid, mate, let alone 45 million. Mate, see, it depends. Like, mate, if you're going to buy Uber, if you're going to sell Uber for 38 to bring Dembele in from Lille, who's been on loan at Atletico Madrid for 25 mil, then allow it. We need a decent striker. If you're going to let Uber go, no matter how much of a bad season he's had, he's going to need replacing with a fucking some sort of quality of striker, bros. Lacazette doesn't fit the bill. Martinelli possibly, Balogun possibly, but there's two massive risks. Would you be happy running into the season with Lacazette, Martinelli, and Balogun as your three strikers? Guys, get at me on that one. I love that though. Laugh out loud. If a 50 million offer comes for Partey, no way. I do believe that the best will be seen of Thomas Partey. If we could get in Ndidi, a Bissouma, even Guendouzi alongside of Thomas Partey would help him out. Do you know what I mean? Guendouzi did run around like a headless chicken. I can't solely blame Elneny, Ceballos, and Xhaka for Partey not firing this season, yeah? But as I say, guys, look at how many goals have been scored by a Partey mistake. 0. And I'm not getting into the stats. As I've said, I've cussed people to get into their stats. But I see even the other day, was it a 2-3 man rushing in? He's near the goal. Do you know what I mean? He literally is falling on the floor and still does enough of his left foot just to get the ball over to Elneny. Do you know what I mean? All I'm saying is he doesn't, like the right foot, Burnley, Xhaka trying to kick it out of his right foot. Xhaka's way too world class to make a mistake like that. Yes, we haven't seen the best of him, but he's never going to fuck up Elneny, Xhaka, Ceballos style. Do you know what I mean? And that's a bit harsh to say Elneny style, but Elneny ain't the greatest footballer in fucking God's kingdom. Yes, would I keep him as a squad player? Probably. Ceballos, Odegaard, goodbye. Do you know what I mean? Partey, I think it'd be brilliant to have someone creative alongside him, bro. But I think obviously Arsenal need to be something a bit different, like the Vieira Petit style. We need the Partey and someone strong alongside him. Say it was a Bissouma, for instance, and then you get your number 10. I think you kind of see a different Thomas Partey. If he was to go forward, you get Bissouma covering him. But basically, I just think a lot of the responsibility is falling down to Partey. And that's why I thought, all right, let me spin it in a different way. Gabriel looked like a good defender against Fulham. He looked like a good player for a couple of good games, like Vanala, like Koscielny, like Mustafi, like they all do. The difference between Partey, he never had no one alongside him that he could get a proper relationship with, apart from Xhaka. And do you know what I mean? Xhaka really isn't the best player. And then Xhaka does them Xhaka things that we all know, mistakes in the 80th minute, them costly things. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is, before I just run into it too much, get someone worthy alongside Partey, and I do think there's a world-class midfielder in there, and he's definitely worth the season of the benefit of one more season, mate. We should not be bidding him at any kind of money. Up Ipswich Town. Yes, my G. Norwich are Ipswich's rivals, so that's what we definitely hate on Norwich from now on, guys. That's official. I saw a Partey photo back in the day of an Arsenal clip with that 8-2 game shirt too. That's what I mean, bro. Certain people, as you say, will know Arsenal. Like, the rumours are, I know it's a bit silly, but I don't know, whoever's the president of Ndidi's country, wherever, Ghana, wherever he's from, do you know what I mean? Apparently he's been screaming for him to go Arsenal for years. Now, statistically, again, Leicester are a better team than Arsenal at the moment, but so many people have called for Ndidi, and they start going nuts all over the web as soon as he's linked to us. Now, Ndidi, I do believe, is a madly good fit for Arsenal. Funnily enough, Newcastle, Leicester are looking at not only Bertrand, they're trying to snake us, but they're looking at people like Samare, and apparently they've been looking at Bissouma as well. Is that them basically saying Ndidi could be going? Because then I'll hold off on Bissouma and I'll be going for Ndidi personally. Wonderful. I'm going to get straight back to that. I love him as well, bros. I don't know if you're trying. I know you'd never try and trick me on that, but yeah, that's what I mean, mate. Even a Guendouzi alongside of him this season, at least he would have had someone that runs around like a headless chicken. You'd have known where he stood. The guys alongside him, the Elneny's, all right, not so much Elneny, but the Ceballos and Xhaka, way too unpredictable. If Arsenal don't get into Euro, which looks likely, I don't think they'll get much for a player. Hold on, I don't think they'll get much for a player or players wanting to sign for them. Not so true, mate. When you look at it, I've had this conversation with a Chelsea fan. When Chelsea didn't qualify for the Europa League or the Champions League, they won the title that year under Conte. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win the title, mate, but I can't remember at the top of my head. Was it Rudiger? Fuck's sake, Rudiger. Could that be the Lukaku? I can't remember. But they still signed a bunch of players on the Conte, and having no Europe didn't seem to affect Chelsea. And if you want to look at Arsenal and Chelsea's history alongside each other, I'm not talking the last 10 seasons, we're a fucking much bigger team than Chelsea. We're huge. Do you know what I mean? So, historically, it's like, okay, Lincoln playing Sunderland the other day. Historically, we know who the big team is, who actually won the game. Bro, it's a load of bollocks. The only way you get away with that is if it's Daniel Ballard, Mavropanos, a backup left back, a Cedric at right back, Aziz, Cottrell in the midfield, Balogun up front, and any of them wingers that we got from last season. One that we got from Ajax, we got one from Scandinavia. I can't remember a really English sounding name. Mate, you can't be having no first team players around that. That's way too embarrassing. They need to be doing their same pre-season thing. I know Balogun should be a first team player, but it would be a good way to get him a shout to the into the new season. I know that sounds a bit daft, but yeah, I'm literally saying if we ever were embarrassingly to enter that competition, we have to treat that like a reserve team. Like, do you know what I mean? We send one squad there, and then we do our fucking. You get our Salibas and everyone else, and you start doing your pre-season training, and you do your thing the way you normally would. Do you know what I mean? No chance, mate. No chance. You can't. You have to send Aziz, Balogun, Cottrell, Serjan, the Romanian guy. You have to send all them boys out there. Daniel Ballard. Who's the geezer on loan at Kilmarnock, of course, that in Scotland? Oh, God. The other central defender. I can't remember his name. Yeah, mate. Oh, yeah, most definitely. That's what I'm saying. No. Again, talking historically, again, remember, I know Ipswich from back in the day. Ipswich used to be a Premier League team. Do you know what I mean? When I was knocking around young, do you know what I mean? So yeah, historically, and that's why I threw out the Sunderland one. Obviously, they've been in the Premier League quite recently. Do you know what I mean? And you have to look at the size of their stadium. You think, shit, what a bastard for them. Do you know what I mean? Where they are now, basically, and how the fuck it happened, mate. We can say that Nottingham Forest, Derby County, mate. There's a lot of big teams out there that just lost it. Yanks are our saviour. Mate, I hope it doesn't go wrong for you lot, because Yanks can also fuck it up. But they've probably seen an opportunity. They thought if they buy a London club, it's going to cost them a bundle of money. They probably thought, Norfolk, you know what I mean? East End or whatever, up there, bit cheaper, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? And they know once they get the first one or two players in, whether they have to go for a couple of players in their twilight of their career. I don't care if it's a Jermaine Defoe, no, he's probably maybe a far bit too on, but do you know what I mean? You know where I'm getting at. Once they start getting a one or two more decent players in, the rest will fucking follow, bro. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I totally forgot it. Obviously, though, Mohamed El Neni's in there. You would have Mo Salah up front. I'm pretty sure Mane is Muslim. I didn't want to put Marian Shamak, the Arsenal striker, up front, so I'm going to have to find a better striker. There's a Moroccan guy, Abdul, one of my headshots liked him. I still couldn't find a goalkeeper. I didn't Google it, so Han Yu, you're going to have to help me out. Yeah, it's almost done. It's almost done. I didn't want to just throw in any kind of Shimaks and Alex Song here. I wanted to put in good players everywhere. I wanted to make it a really good 1-11, basically. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. With all respect to every footballer out there. But shouts out to everyone on the stream tonight. Please get a like on the video. Do subscribe if you're new. What's going on over here? Let me go get my drink. Sorry, guys. Let's have a bit of that. Dry mouth, you know. And I knew I felt naked. I haven't had a zoo. Okay, guys, who's with me? Who's with me? Yanks are the saviour. So what is the word? Hold on. So getting back to that quickly, Ipswich Town. So what's the deal for this year then? Are you going into a transfer market? Are you actively signing players? You know what I mean? How serious are they? Do you know what I mean? Like you've seen the American owners at Arsenal, guys. Guys, I want to take this moment to talk about Sunday. Is anyone going to be turning up to do the protests? I really hope. You know what I mean? Sunday is our last chance, guys. Arteta is definitely keeping his job, so it's aiming at just Kroenke now, because I was Arteta out, Kroenke out last time. This time, I think we know Arteta is staying. Like it seems to be like the worst kept secret in football. Arteta is as sound as a pound. Hence why Arteta is coming out saying, allow Henry, Ek, Vieira, and Bergkamp. Fuck this bitch, you know what I mean? Because he knows he's one of the first out the door if these boys took control of the club. Because he's a shit manager. Let's have it right. Who? Mohamed, is she taking the piss? No, it's a striker, man. Oh, he played in Serie A. I can't remember his name. Go away. But yeah, Dr. Greenthumb, what are you saying? How deep are Ipswich going to go? Do you know what I mean? Is it loaning some people from Premier League teams? Are you going to be buying people? Are you looking at the older market? Are you looking at foreign leagues? What's going on? I'm going to have to definitely keep an eye on that. Do you know what I mean? Egyptian goalkeeper. You just Googled him because I couldn't even tell you the Egyptian goalkeeper is. Jesus. Did my phone just light up there? Who's with me? Hunt me where you at, G? Huh. Alright, people liking things on the old Twitter. Yeah, but shouts out to Hunt Yumi. Where's Kamala tonight? Where's WB? Aaron, as we know, is here. Carlo, you still with me? Go on, my brother. Go on, brother. Add on to that, the Muslim 11. And by the way, yeah, as I said, guys, seriously, I do want to get some sort of page set up for the hashtag Palestine campaign. It isn't just gas, do you know what I mean? I've been looking more and more. The way Mo was, basically just sacked by AFTV. Like, that's wrong, like, do you know what I mean? But it ain't the first time these kind of guys have done that, do you know what I mean? Just look around Twitter. Most definitely, bro. Most definitely. But yeah, guys, seriously, I might even just do something, even just send something. Steve Mandanda, right? I wasn't sure if he was Muslim. I said that, mate. I promise you. Go back to last night's stream. I went Steve and I went, I'm not sure. I know he is Marseille goalkeeper, black guy. Yeah, I totally thought of him. I wasn't totally sure if he was Muslim though. I just remember Arsenal being deeply linked to him back in the day, and I thought I just read something about him being Muslim or something. I don't know. Fasting Ramadan. I wasn't sure. Talking of Ramadan, shouts out to Easy. He's in the building tomorrow night. He's going to be having a look at my StreamYard, even though it's acting up. My anti-gluten freezing device is doing all right. And we'll end up probably doing a stream tomorrow night. Me, Easy, maybe Hazel will be involved. I know Easy's now going to try and have a word with Mo as well. So Mo, really, bros, you know what I mean? You've been dark. You can have the choice of anyone to work with. You know, loads of people. Even Lee Gunners out there begging it with you right now. But guys, it's like, Mo, you know the real deal, innit? Oh, yeah. Very, very true. What did he do? Did he save a penalty one time? He was like, in a playoff. Yeah, I remember that geezer. Go on, Charlie. Charlie, you're a fucking real one. Shouts out to Charlie on the stream tonight. Good evening, brother. Where have you been drinking recently, Charlie? I'm going to have to drop in and have a pint with you, man. Talk football with you, seriously. I bet we'd be there for like 4 hours. We wouldn't even get past the fucking midfield in a 1-11, me and you. Man, quality. Yeah, Charlie, we're going to have a wavy stream Sunday. A little bit of protest at the stadium. Back for the watch-along. Drinking through the watch-along. Last game of the season. And, see if that can take us and nick us into. I don't want to go into any kind of European competition. I need to check these rules as well. If Man United do win the Europa and they've already got a Champions League spot, there's that open and every Europa League spot. I need to look at it all. Where will you be on them beers, mate? Where will you be? Will you be around the stadium? I had some gays that doesn't really like me on Twitter, you know what I mean? I think Linda's just seen it as well, telling him about coming into the Tolly. He says he met me at the Tolleton a year ago. Strawberry pub, started talking all sorts of bollocks. I was like, mate, I've never been to a Tolleton. I go, if you had said any of them shit old pubs on Blackstock Road, you would have had me going, because I've been to most of them, you know what I mean? Not really the old Kings, basically just the Gunners, isn't it? I like the Gunners and fucking Blackstock, innit? There's nowhere else to go apart from the Gunners, isn't it? But, hey guys, what are the rules? Apply for, hold on, who can apply for tickets on Sunday's game? Only, yes, right, it went out to season ticket holders. From what I heard from the guy that I know, bro, it went out to season ticket holders, and then if any of them didn't accept it or they lived too far or anything, it will then go out to the, the gold, the platinum, basically members, not just the £30 membership people. Well, is that even if Man United win the Europa League and obviously an English team is going to win the Champions League? Yeah, there's no other place, Carlo. I did think that is right. WB said the same thing last night, but I'm very surprised. Yeah, if England rule Europe, if England win the Europa League, England win Champions League, I'm very surprised that doesn't open up another spot. Like I would have thought maybe even fifth spot could have got you Champions League, and then what? Only sixth for Europa? Of course, Sagna right back. I did have a left back in my head yesterday as well. Bollocks, look at Twitter. All right, I'll do that later. God, please, you be careful, man. Don't get into a political one. Sendros and Kolo Toure centre back. Was Sendros Muslim, yeah? Philippe Sendros. Are you sure? Definitely Kolo Toure. Bowie, I think he might have been Muslim as well. Mendy left back. Yep. Are we lacking a central midfielder now? Salah, Mane on the wing. Who's our striker? Fuck me, I forgot about Ozil, of course. Kante. Man, that's what I mean. Now we're winding it down because now we've got about 20 players. Do you know what I mean? Now we've got a bundle of players, bros. Huh. Okay. Right, guys. I haven't done this yet today. This was Devious or Not. No, that's not today's news. I fucking lost the page, and I. Well done, Danny. That's quality. Let me get on to that. Man, do you know what? I could hardly even dignify some of the people that we were linked with today, guys. I didn't even want to write it down. Where was it, guys? Right. Here we go. Shouts out to all the real ones on the stream. Benzema. Mahrez, of course. My God. Anyway, Bruce wants Willock. What does Willock want? He is basically, it does seem from what he's saying, like, do you know what I mean? He's promised to have a talk with all parties. That means Newcastle, that means Arsenal. Oh, of course. Then again, hold on. He was Algerian. Yeah, I think he was Muslim when he was Algerian. Begovic. You're taking the piss. Begovic wasn't. He's more fucking. Nah, I think you got that wrong there, girl. Anyway, Bruce wants Willock. What does Bruce want? What does Arsenal want? Guys, as Gooners right now, would you accept 25-30 million for Willock? Or would you rather him come back to Arsenal and fight for his place? Or let me put it to you differently. Would you rather sell Willock for 30 mil and get an Asamoah or a Buendia for the 30-40 million? Jericho, is he Muslim? Interesting. Right. Leicester, flop, I'm going to say. Kanga's under. The Turkish winger has been linked with Arsenal today. 17 million. God knows why. Man, your quality, most definitely. But yeah, guys, right, listen, let's get into this. Bruce wants Willock. What do you think we should do about the Willock thing? Leicester, flop. Kagner's under. Linked to Arsenal today. 17 million. Wow. Emi Boneda, Arsenal and Aston Villa register their interest. Wow, again. Arsenal and Everton, this has been going for a couple of days now. Linked to 13 million Barcelona goalkeeper Neto. Huh. Interesting on both sides, you know what I mean? Is Neto better than Leno? Would it be a straight fight between both of them? Would we sell Leno? And as for Everton, well, I'll go on for Pickford, you know what I mean? Guys, interesting. If the Gay does play for Man United in goal on Wednesday, do you think Henderson will kick up a noise to leave Man United? I wasn't absolutely sure on Adebayor. He was hard to work out at the best of times, you know that. I met that guy in Camden as well, in a car wash, interestingly. Proper weirdo. But yeah, Arsenal and Everton linked to the 13 million Barcelona keeper Neto. What do you think? Hibs left back, Josh, is it Doig? Linked. I've heard bits about this guy. I've heard a few teams are interested in him. Arsenal, Man City, Leicester, and AC Milan, all after Bertrand. Suddenly now the Southampton out of contract left back is the hottest property. Marseille have registered their interest in Guendouzi. I wish you'd go to a team like Rennes and we could do a deal to get Camavinga. Inter Miami, it is looking likely that they want to sign Willian. Brilliant news. And Zaha, plea to play for a top club. Now, he hasn't put Arsenal, he hasn't mentioned Arsenal this time. We all know what Zaha wants. So I'm going to say, Gooners, really and truly, Willian's leaving. I think we didn't really have enough on the wing this season. Do you know what I mean? With Martinelli been out for quite a while. Willian just been absolutely shit. Pepe firing when he wanted to. It was only Saka at the best of times. Now, I don't want to see Uber on the wing no more. And then he would obviously put Odegaard or Smith Rowe in the wing. So, what I'm saying is, guys, if we can't afford a Trequezy at Villarreal or a really good winger, would you go for Zaha, guys? Do you think we could tempt him with a Nathan Miles or a fucking Nketiah on a swap deal? Who knows? Just putting it out there. Other news, Aguero is close to a Barcelona switch. What's going on with Eric Garcia? Is he also going Barcelona? Why have Arsenal not moved in for him? Guys, protest. I'm hearing 2 p.m. Sunday. Now, I want to do a watch along for 4 p.m. So, guys, if I'm late, a little bit late, and I know it's the last game of the season, forgive me. If it kicks off at the Emirates, then obviously there'll be no watch along. But I'll get there just before 2. I'm hearing protest 2 p.m. I'd have to leave at 3:30, 3:40 to get back and do the watch along. So please, guys, whoever's turning up, please Twitter me, give me a message on obviously my YouTube channel right here where we are now. If you want to turn up to the protest, if you want to meet by the letters, guys, meet at the front of the stadium, back. You know what I mean? The estate near there, do you know what I mean? And take it from there. Obviously, if it's quiet, I'll be talking to Carlo and then probably back for the watch along. Who knows, if it's really quiet, I'll take Carlo back to my house. I will do the watch along together. Shout out to Carlo on that one. But guys, quickly, last time, Bruce wants Willock. We have all seen that on Sky. Willock, I think, wants assurances from Arsenal, maybe Balogun style. But since Balogun did get them assurances, I haven't seen him play a minute of football. Interesting to see what happens next season. So first of all, Gooners, what happens with Willock? Stay, go. For me, at the moment, it has to be a stay. Reason being, I don't want a Buendia or Odegaard. If you're going to sell him for 30 mil, Willock, you've got to put another 30, 40 on top and go and get a fucking Grealish, mate. Seriously, we've got to stop shopping at Primark. Aouar, Buendia, they're all massive risks for me. But anyway, back to it. Leicester's flop, Cagney under, could be staying in the Premier League. Arsenal could tie up a 17 million deal. Surely that's lies. Emi Buendia, Arsenal and Villa interested. Interested that Aston Villa are interested. Interesting to see Aston Villa have registered their interest in Buendia. Surely that's more of the Jack Grealish position. Are they getting themselves ready for Jack to go? Has Jack said something? Who knows, guys? Do you know what I mean? Who the fuck knows? But yeah, I'm telling you what, I'd rather Buendia go to Villa. Arsenal take Grealish. Tick, do anything you can. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal and Everton linked to 13 million Barcelona keeper Neto. Hibs left back, Josh Doig, whatever, linked. 2 Scottish left backs. Us, City, Leicester, AC Milan, all talking to Ryan Bertrand, Southampton left back. Marseille want Guendouzi. I don't know if this is on loan or to buy. I don't think they'll have the money, so fuck knows what's going to happen. We're just going to run this guy's contract down and he's going to leave us for free. What a waste of the 7 million. What a waste of a good talent. Guendouzi, I'm sure, will bite us back on our ass, you know what I mean? Inter Miami want William. Zaha, please, for a top 4 club. Guys, what do you think? Would you take a Zaha? How badly do Arsenal need a winger? I think we're screaming out for a winger. Saka, Pepe, possibly Martinelli, but if Laka or Uber was to go, I think Martinelli's more of a striker next season. So I think we need at least one more winger. Chukwueze, Villarreal. Come on, how big is Villarreal with all respect? You know what I mean? Surely this guy must be a doable fucking signing for us. Linda's out. Where are you off to, Linda? What are you all stressed about? But yeah, guys, please get a like on the video. We're 33 minutes in. Who's with me? Can you, mate? Realistically, mate, do you think we've got money? As I say, like, for argument's sake, if we had 100 mil, I said this to someone on Twitter also yesterday, if we had 100 mil, obviously a clever manager spending 100 mil, and we could obviously use money from sales of players, it shouldn't be all doom and gloom here at Arsenal. Like, do you know what I mean? There isn't a massive basis, but if you look, there's Tierney, there's Thomas Partey, Gabriel, I suppose. You know what I mean? Saliba. Boy, you struggle. Saka. Right, let's do it from the back. Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Martinelli, Saka, Balogun. Who am I forgetting? That's 7 people. I'd like to add Guendouzi. Maybe Uber. That's 8 people. That's 8 players there. That's a strong basis. Do you know what I mean? Well, it doesn't sound like an Arsenal thing, and but let's be honest, Bissouma's going that same sort of way as Thomas Partey. Like, we're going to be linked with him all summer, and then maybe nick him right at the last moment. What's going on, Alan? How you doing, mate? Let me just answer you, Charlie. Yeah, it's gonna be the worst kept secret. Like, obviously, with all respect, Thomas Partey did have a release clause, and he played for Atletico Madrid. The release clause was good and bad. It was a lot of money for Arsenal at the time, but it wasn't out of reach, the 90 and 100 mils like other players. But that still took us to the last day, and we pissed fucking Atletico Madrid off. Not that I care about it, but you know what I mean. What I'm saying is I'm sure Brighton are a club that won't want to sell, but if push comes to shove, they will. Do you know what I mean? So this is a very doable signing. I think there's a good three players from there that's doable signings for about 100 mil, mate. You know what I mean? 90 mil maybe. Ben White, Lamptey, Bissouma. Whether they're our first choice three players, I still think all three of them, all having Premier League experience, you know what I mean? Not that it counts for everything. Look at Louise and Willian. But these guys are young, hungry, and all look fucking really good footballers at Brighton. Do you know what I mean? And you don't have to go for all three of them, but I do think Ben White would be a good signing, especially at the 30, 35 mil we're hearing. Do you know what I mean? He did look really good at Leeds, and he's looked good at Brighton again. So, yeah, mate. I'd be all up for that, the Brighton players. Lamptey as well. Okay, there is a Max Aarons. There is a Hakimi. But Hakimi, is he Premier League ready? Can we afford that? Lamptey's got to be nearer the 25 mil range, surely. Do you know what I mean? Max Aarons as well, 25, 30 mil. Young English players, mate. Right. Bournemouth are 1-0 up against Brentford. And we've got Swansea. All right, listen, I think Swansea, I'm not going to say they're out of sight, but they're going to do, not Burnley, Barnsley, whatever they're fucking called. So it's going to be a Swansea final. Swansea. Now I thought Brentford because of last season, that Ivan Toney, that great goalkeeper, David Raya. I thought the experience of last season, but I don't know how they really did replace Ollie Watkins. And well, they got fucking Toney, obviously, but what's the other guy called? He's another guy for the Muslim 11. Oh my God, it begins with a B. Bastard. He plays for West Ham. Sounds like Benzema, but he's not. Oh my God, the West Ham geezer. Anyway, him. And by the way, Charlie, just to finish that, if he ever wants to talk football with me, do you know what I mean? Or compare notes, tell him to give me a shout, mate. You know, I love talking football, mate, and I can do that all day long. But yeah, mate, it could be Bournemouth, Solanke, Wilshere. I don't know, because when I watched Brentford the other night, I did watch the game basically, mate. They look fucking flat. Do you know what I mean? David Raya still doesn't light up the world for me in goal. Yeah, I think I'll have one of them ready for tomorrow or Sunday, mate. But yeah, again, I don't really care because, not in a rude way, like, yeah, they're the team that's going to kind of come up, come down. Sometimes them teams fuck with us, but yeah. Fuck. It's going to be out of the Bournemouth-Brentford game. I don't think Swansea are coming back. Yeah, I want Brentford to come up. But I don't think they're going to do it, mate. They're 1-0 down. They bottled it last year. Raya made one fuck of a mistake in the final. Do you remember it was a free kick from almost the halfway line? And it just went in. Raya sort of went to the left, anticipating something else. Maybe that's why I made up my mind on David Raya. Do you know what I mean? Again, before I miss out of here, we've got 40 minutes, 39 on the clock. Hanyumi, give me a goalkeeper. If the gay, but then we wouldn't pay the money, mate. But if the Man United guy, the gay, if he was to play on Wednesday, I think Henderson's going to get in his feelings. Do you think Henderson would leave? The bits I'm hearing is Henderson definitely ain't trying to be a number 2. And I think that's going to unsettle both of their goalkeepers to be doing this sharing thing. Do you know what I mean? As for Arsenal, yeah, you've got to pot Leno, but you've got to have yourself a fucking number 1. Word on road is this Matt Ryan deal's done. We're going to sign him from Brighton for 3 million. Fuck me, we're doing a lot of business with Brighton. I didn't see for a minute what this Matt Ryan brought. Do you know what I mean? I know he's only a backup dancer goalkeeper, but still, like, just go and get a young one. Someone from the reserves then, the youth academy. Okay. So if he was to go with De Gea, because obviously he's played in the last couple of games, Henderson, what do you think it will take? Is it 25, 35, 40 mil to get that guy? Would you even want to pay that much for this keeper? Do you think he is that good? We know what England's like. If he was really good, he'd probably be England's number one already. But is he not England's number one because he hasn't played enough football? Because when you look at England's number one, Pickford, I think Ancelotti's got his own reservations about Pickford. Do you know what I mean? They're linked with Neto as well. And the way when Ancelotti dropped him, he said, Pickford said to me, it's never happened to me before. He's like, mate, you're lucky. I can't believe it. You're young. Like, it's going to happen many more times, especially if I'm manager. But this is the thing, a good offer. It wasn't a great offer of 17 mil coming for Martinez last year. And that was a pathetic thing because we could have had them two goalkeepers. Leno wouldn't have been so shit if he had Martinez behind him battling him all season. And this is the thing about comfortable players. Players get comfortable, do you know what I mean? And there has been too much of this at Arsenal for way, way too long. People knowing they're going to fall straight back into their team no matter what. And this is why I don't like Arteta again, mainly. Because these are the things. If you ain't going to be the greatest manager, if you ain't going to do this, if you ain't going to get top 6, top 4 in Europe, at least have the balls. You can't just pick on Saliba, Guendouzi, send them out on loan. But then Willian goes to Dubai because something's happened to his brother's business, and he comes back and plays the game straight after. And he's in shit form. We was shit all season, Willian. So it was one rule for one rule for the other. I don't know. But he says it's fuck all to do with the Tottenham job. But yeah, mate, if he was sacked, I think he'll take it. If he walked, obviously, I think he walked for a reason as well. Interestingly, though, that agent, like, does that mean now, say Nuno went to Tottenham, does that mean all them Tinios and fucking whatever's, does that mean they're all going fucking Totti? Does he bring that whole clique with him? The whole Wolves clique that come in? I'm trying to think of the midfielder's name, the main guy, but yeah. Neto, yeah. Like, will they all walk out? Or have Wolves got another plan now? Do you know what I mean? Because they signed a lot of these Portuguese guys, do you know what I mean? Or is there another Portuguese manager lined up? Is Andre Villas-Boas, the former Totti manager, is he going to come there? Who knows? Would you have took Nuno to Arsenal? Mate, I've got my reservations about Nuno. I'm honestly unsure about him, even though I know a lot of people rate him, and I do see why he took Wolves up. But anyone could have took Wolves up with the squad he had, mate. They had like 30, 40 million pound midfielders, do you know what I mean? In the Championship. Obviously, they had to gel, and these Portuguese guys had to do well in the Championship, which I thought, you know what I mean? They could have got the shit kicked out of them, so fair play to them. They got the job done. They finished 7th twice. He's probably went as far as he could. In all real talk, it's probably been told there isn't a massive budget in the summer, and he probably needs a bit of a big budget to change that again, do you know what I mean? But again, basis of a decent team, Wolves, do you know what I mean? If he went Totti, we already know he's probably going to be a minus Harry Kane. That's a difficult job for any manager now because, yeah, they're minus Harry Kane. So, yeah, mate. I hear that. But, yeah, I'm just saying, okay. All right, put it like this. If Nuno was in charge at Arsenal, would they be 9th this season? Would they have been knocked out by Villarreal in the semi-final of the Europa League? I know that's really awkward to say, but I just think this is a lot of Arteta negligence on these sides, mate. You know what I mean? We should have still had enough to beat Villarreal in the semi-final, you know? And yeah, just his man management decisions all over. Like, oh, and I froze. Please stay right there. Fuck. Can you hear me? Am I back? My God. So I thought, there was the end of the days of freezing, but 44 minutes in. I hear that, mate, but then Nuno maybe with, you know what I mean? Was it that boring? I think Arsenal boring to watch, mate. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know, mate. Anyway, I'm not saying Nuno's the number one or anything, and obviously I don't think we're even going to get rid of Arteta, mate. But point being, Arteta this summer, like, what is the excuse is going to be next season, Hanyumi, if he does sign a few players and we're still around the 9th mark? You know? Hanyumi, Buendia, that's a big risk. Odegaard, we've seen him. Like, what does Inigoon out there, what makes you think Buendia is a better player than Odegaard? Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm a lover or a fan of Odegaard, but he signed for Real Madrid for a reason. He's still at Real Madrid for a reason, you know? No excuses about what? About Arteta. Talk to me, dude. Has to perform from day one. Who? Arteta? But he clearly hasn't. Oh, you know, I hear that. And hence why I'd say I'd keep Smith Rowe and Willock and make them two fight for the number 10 and have Bissouma and a party is like, you know what I mean? You're two in the midfield and make them two battle for the number 10. Okay, so that means then, mate, because I'm slightly confused. Odegaard, then we know ain't good enough. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? Buendia, blinding in the Championship. Mate, again, hand on heart, yeah? We all see Everton bought Godfrey, but that's because Ancelotti is an idiot. Jamal Lewis went to Newcastle. Pookie, yeah, obviously, I don't know. Maybe he's a bit old. He's happy there. But, mate, all right. It's easy to say that, mate. But, again, mate, here's the proof. So, we start off against Fulham next season. We win. We got Villa next. Like, or say it was West Ham like this season, we scrape a 1-0 or 2-1 victory. The first time we play Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, we're getting spanked, mate. Can you not see that? It's happened for so many years, mate. Everyone was like, oh my God, Arteta has stopped us getting beat up by the big teams. Mate, I haven't seen it. Do you know what I mean? Apart from the Old Trafford 1-0, do you know what I mean? Okay, and then Chelsea 1-0 there, which obviously, again, that's a combination of Chelsea either looking at the Champions League, because Tuchel was shit hot, or Arsenal, the players, playing with no pressure. That there was a myth, you know what I mean? I didn't reckon we were going to go to Stamford Bridge and win 1-0, mate. But yeah. All right, Hanyumi. We're all saying he has to be better from day one. What makes him better from day one next season? Because, all right, he ain't a good manager. He ain't that great. He ain't the leader of men, the guys that can jizz you up and cheat you up at half-time against Villarreal. He couldn't get the players to score one goal. Yet Ubers, Lackers, Odegaard, Smith Rose, Sakas, Pepes, and they couldn't muster a goal. So, okay, if you want me to entertain this, Hans, I'm going to tackle you, of course, bro. How many players does he need to make this a season not like this one? How much do you blame it being the team and not the coach? Because even though I don't think we've got the ideal 1 to 11 and we still need, yes, a right back, a Max Aarons, Lamptey, we still need a Bissouma. Do you know what I mean? But I would have happily have kept the Guendouzi. Instead of having Louise and Holding out there, mate, I would have happily have had Saliba alongside Mari or Gabriel. I don't think we'd be any worse than 9th. And this here, my friend, these are coaches' problems and decisions. Are you with me on that, Hans? What do you think, mate? Or do you think I'm just waffling on a bit? Saliba couldn't have done no worse than Holding. Do you know what I mean? Guendouzi, would he have been worse than El Neni, Xhaka? So, okay, he sent Saliba out on loan. If he brings him back, okay, all right. And then it's like, oh, Danny, you worried about nothing. Well, sending someone out for 2 years on loan isn't really the done thing for me. But the Guendouzi, he has done well in Germany. He ain't coming back. So it goes down to man management, bro. Do you know what I mean? Is Aubameyang, even though we love him as a world-class striker, even though he's been dead this season, yeah? Is he captain material? Is he a Vieira? Is he a Tony Adams? Is he that inspirational leader in the dressing room? Something will have to be done about this. Arteta, has he got the balls to say, do you know what, Aubameyang, I don't think you've performed amazingly since you've been skipper. you'll still be my vice captain, or in the eyes of the dressing room, in the eyes of God, in the eyes of everyone, you're still the captain. But you know what? We're going to give it to Tierney, or we're going to give it. Oh, I froze again. All right, guys, we're going to go 10 more minutes. Sorry, I'll be back straight. So we've got 10 more minutes, guys. Who is with me? Please get the comments up. I'll be getting out of here in 10 minutes. Guys, again, watch along Sunday. Do forgive me if I'm late. 4 p.m. Arsenal Brighton. I'll be at the protest. They're saying it starts at 2:30, so I'll be there at 1:30. Get myself parked up, Blazer Zoo, and yeah, hopefully mingle. I hope Ryan will be out there. Some of the real ones that were there last time. Shouts out to Hayumi, Kamala, Aaron, Dr. Green Farm, Linda, Carlo, Easy, Hazard, Charlie Griffiths, Alan, Lorraine, everyone that's been on the stream tonight. Who's with me, guys? We've got another few minutes left. But where was I? That's what I'm saying, Hayumi. Yeah. This is like, yeah, mate, like, you'll know straight away as the summer's internet, like, do you know what I mean? Like, if he's got money to spend, or if it's a thing we have to sell Nathan Miles Willock first, like, mate. Again, but that's what I'm saying. Again, like, yeah, but it isn't a done Arsenal thing to lose at home to Brighton, mate. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, why are we playing the kids then? If it doesn't matter to any of us, why ain't Aziz, Balogun, Cottrell getting a chance? And then we at least know, like, sell these cunts in the summer, move them on. You know what I mean? I hear that. So then, mate, tomorrow put out on Sunday, Aziz, Balogun, Cottrell, Coutinho, get them all out, mate. What's that Nigerian kid, the goalkeeper? He'll definitely sign his contract. Get him in goal. Okran Nwankwo or something. What is the worst that can happen? Well, you get battered. All right, it's happened this season already. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think it would work out like that. Do you know what I mean? Put Partey alongside one of the kids in the midfield, Aziz. Get someone fresh on the wing, someone we ain't seen. I don't know. Get Balogun up front. Get Martinelli on one of the wings then. Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right. And get Balogun up front. Let's see what this kid's going to do. What's the point of them never getting minutes? Why doesn't Nketiah come off the bench if we really are going to sell him? Did we sign fucking Balogun just to sell him in the summer? Is there a secret plot to sell him for 20, 30 mil? There's something going on that we don't know. But as I'm saying, mate, I'm happy Louise is going. It looks like William could be going. The usual rolling contracts, Lacazette, Chambers, yes, they're undeserving, but I suppose you can't get rid of absolutely everyone. But, mate, you're hearing the signs. Leno, he's happy to see out his contract. Xhaka doesn't want to go nowhere. Bellerin, who knows? If it's the same crop of players next season, guys, I fear for the club, most definitely. Do you know what I mean? So, things have got to change drastically. Even then, if we left the goalkeeper situation with Leno, he's too comfortable with Matt Ryan there. You know, Matt Ryan ain't good enough. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It needs to change. A right back is needed. I would go with another centre back, even though I'm delighted Saliba's back. I would really try and cash in, hold him, get him out. I'd go with Gabriel, Saliba, Mari, and maybe the guy White, Ben White from Brighton. Nice. Have an Omar Rekik or whatever there as another backup. We've got Mavropanos, we've got Ballard, we've got the guy on loan in Scotland. What's his name? I can't remember it no more. He's a Spanish centre back. Like, what's going to happen to all these kids? What's the point of them all being on loan? Do you know what I mean? I'm just asking myself, how good is Holding? How good is Cedric? Really and truly. How good are these footballers for us to be holding on to them? Xhaka has been here how many years now? 5 seasons? Bellerin, how many seasons? Oh, I fucking froze again. Oh, wow. I'm jumping out and then I'm out, guys. Yeah, if you're still there, hand Uni, give me a sign if you're still there, mate. Even if we go into next season, we win the first 3 games, but then we play Liverpool away, Man City home, then we lose the next 2 games. It's just the same old pattern, mate. Okay, we might be a little bit better. Could we finish 6th or 7th? So Chelsea will finish above us, Man City will finish above us, Man United will finish above us, Liverpool will finish above us. And then you've even got the Leicesters, Evertons, and the Tottenhams. But do you get what I'm going with, G? Like, okay, if the Kroenkes come out now and said, you know what, Arteta is staying next season, he is our manager, like it or lump it, Gooners, go fuck yourselves. But he's got 100 million to spend, which ain't nothing crazy. And yeah, if we sell people, he can have that money. Well, mate, with that 100 million straight away, you really could go and get yourself Max Aarons, 30 million. Right back, yeah? Ben White, defender. Say 70 million to Brighton. See if you agree with me with this. Would you spend 100 million? Say he granted you 100 million. Would you go and get a defensive midfielder, Bissouma, a right back, Aarons or Lamptey, and a centre back, Ben White, for that 100 million, yeah? 100 million all in, yeah? But then players 70, yeah. 70 for Bissouma and White, and then 30 for the right back, yeah? And then with the Nathan Miles, the Willock, if you like, the Nketiah, Xhaka, Bellerin, that's your budget for the rest of the team. Mate, you see what I mean? But with them 3 players, we're a much better team. Defensively, I'm not going to say we're sound, but we've got a good right back, Aarons, a good left back, Tierney. You know, Saliba, Ben White, Gabriel, and Mari all fighting in the centre for the centre back place. Do you know what I mean? But that is now your 100 mil spent. So then you got to get what? 20 for Xhaka, 20 for Bellerin, 15 for Nathan Miles, that's 55. 25 for Willock, that's 80. Who else am I forgetting? That's 80 million. So that 80 million there done, so that's 80 million on them fucking load of shit cunts. I'd knock on Aston Villa's door. Jack Grealish. Mate, that's 4 players we've signed. And it's cost us 180 million. But 80 million of it, we sold players. And there's still a few more players to be sold. Torreira. God, who else? Guendouzi is probably going to go. What's that? Another 30 million for the both of them? But we know it's probably going to be like a Bertrand, someone for free. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to really spend on that. Buy Bissouma 35 mil. Exactly. And I think that's literally what I've just said. So we'll go through this again, yeah? The Kroenkes have given us 100 million to spend. Me and Hantumi have took that 100 million. Let's just say, for argument's sake, straight to Brighton, 100 million Brighton, there you go. Give us Lamptey, Ben White, and Bissouma. Now we've got a much better looking central defence with Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Mari, plus maybe a couple of young ones, Rekic, whatever. We've got Chambers and Aarons at right back, Lamptey at right back, or Aarons, whoever you like. Left back, we've got Tierney, and we might go and get a Ryan Bertrand. That's the defence sorted. And that's the 100 million budget gone. Now, Torreira, 10 mil. Xhaka, 20 mil. That's 30. Nathan Miles, 15. That's 45. Willock, 25. That's 50. That's 70. Nketiah, 20. That's 90. Bellerin, 20. That's 110. That's 110 million we got to spend. Right, let's go and spend this 110, Hantumi, yeah? How much do you think it takes to get Grealish? 80? Do you know what, mate? I'm going to be honest with you. Bielsa said he's superhuman, yeah? And he fought very hard to get him back, and people like Bielsa's players. What I noticed of him is, which I don't want him because he's comfortable on the ball and he's a ball-playing centre-back, but he's also got a tackle on him. Mate, you can remix that to Lewis Dunk if you like. What I'm saying is, I don't want another Van Aalen, Koscielny or Gabriel, a 25 or a 34 million pound player like Mustafi to come in from abroad. They've all been shit. I actually now want to test this English centre half, yeah? A Lewis Dunk, a Ben White. Who else, mate? Who else? Basically, yeah, I want an English centre back, mate. Do you know what I mean? So, or someone who's played in England for a long time, someone that knows the English league. I don't want no risk of a centre back no more. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool, when they bought the 75 million Van Dijk, they knew what they were buying. Maguire isn't as good as a centre back as Van Dijk, but that was that the money had gone up for centre backs. Do you know what I mean? Maguire would still do a trick in the Arsenal defence, mate. Do you know what I mean? You need someone that's just a big, strong, and just good clearing away in defence. Do you know what I mean? And Gabriel wouldn't look so shaky. Do you remember Polo Torre, mate? Polo Torre was not the greatest defender in the world, but he had heart, spirit, and passion. And what he lacked up for in skill, Sol Campbell was alongside him. That's why I think that worked so well. Even down to Petit, yeah? That's why I say Partey could almost play with the Bassoon or thing and look so much better. Petit, he was a left back when we signed him, 1.5 million in a double deal with Gramondi, or 3.5 million, 5 million with Gramondi. He was a left back. He wasn't the greatest central midfielder in the world. Vieira made him look amazing because Vieira done the job of two men. Do you know what I mean? And this is what you get when you go and buy someone like that. But anyway, Ben White, I'm not saying is the overall, mate. We can't go and get a 70, 80, 90 million pound player. Legit went to Juventus a couple of seasons ago for 45, 48 million, whatever. That wasn't the worst money. So we're obviously not into spending that kind of cash, mate. Nathan Ake would be probably available at Man City because we know Diaz is a bit of a boss there. They've got Laporte, etc. Would I want an Ake? I'm not so sure. Mings at Aston Villa. I'm not so sure how good he is, mate. Do you know what I mean? Talk to me. Who's in the England squad centre back wise, mate? Who's like the 5-6 centre backs? Let me pour a drink, yeah, and then I'm going to get out of here. We're over an hour. Like that Keane at Everton, the defender, I think he's quite shaky. Who's making the England squad, bro? Who's the England central fucking defenders? I can't think.
Yeah, Manchester City are one of the clubs who have approached Kane's representatives, but Pep Guardiola has again refused to be drawn on Kane's future, while Spurs interim manager Ryan Mason claims he hasn't seen Kane's interview. Who's the player that you look at, I think?
Right. Ibra, Connor Cody, Michael Keane, Eric Dyer, Harry Maguire. None of them are amazing, yeah? But how about the Ben White, the Lewis Dunk? I think something a little bit more rougher, mate. I don't know. We took a 34 million gamble on Mustafi. Terrible. Gabriel, 24 mil. I'm not saying he's shit, but, mate, he's not legendary. Mate, we just need a rough tackling. Fuck this pretty passing the ball out. We need a rough tackling defender. And when I've seen Dunk, even that Cody at Wolves, and who's his partner as well? He's got someone else, like, do you know what I mean? Like, we've been linked with some guy from Fulham, and then the other guy on loan from Lille, Fulham, whatever, Joachim Anderson. Like, guys, like, drop me out, like, do you know what I mean? How many of these mistakes are we going to make? I'm not saying, yeah, maybe I've got it wrong. Like, you did get me right there. That's why I've got into it so passionately about how good is this Ben White. Mate, he's better than Holding, I reckon. He's better than Louise. He's better than the crop we've got, mate. That's the thing, isn't it? You know? So, yeah. That's why they have my vote. So that's the fucking petition. Come on, man. Dunk ain't going to stay at Brighton all his career. Do you know what I mean? But I'm going to get out of it, guys. Seriously, Hangimi, what do you think? I think we just need a bit of rough tackling. That's why I'll take a young English right back over Hakimi and Aaron's, Lamptey. Bissouma, yes, we know he ain't English, but we've all seen him at Brighton. He's doing bits. And then Grealish as well. Like, Grealish can't be costing you 120 mil. Imagine if he doesn't even make the England squad in the summer because of people like Mason Mount, etc. Yeah, mate, 80 million all day long. Would Arsenal do a deal like that? I doubt it. But the Buendia one isn't for me. Guys, get a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Thanks for everyone being a part of the stream tonight. Hanyumi, you're big. Hanyumi, I'm going to message you on Twitter, G. Shouts out to Easy, Hazard, Hanyumi, Kamala, WB, Linda, Aaron, Charlie Griffiths, Lee Akers, all the real ones, DJ DQ, Jimmy, Brandon, anyone that I've missed, don't be offended. Shouts out to you all, peace people. And yeah, see you tomorrow, innit? Guys, protest Sunday, 2 p.m. And then the watch along, last game of the season, Danny AFC TV, Arsenal will be Brighton. Thanks for the love, guys. Please put a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Out, yo.